Hi, I'm Kate Jeffrey, a co-organizer of the upcoming Innate Immunity Keystone meeting, April 9 till April 12 in Banff. Yeah, so I mean, obviously, innate immunity has played second fiddle a little bit to adaptive immunity over the years, and I think as more therapeutics come to the market and more, obviously vaccinations at the center of everyone's minds, really the role of innate immunity has expanded significantly over the years, and we've understood more and more that it may have some memory. It's not just the first line of defense. It can really impact really an entire immune system. I think now the goal of this meeting was really putting some of that fundamental cellular biology into the context of tissues and to whole bodies, and how we can leverage that for therapeutics. Yeah, I think it's a really fantastic symmetry between the groups, because there are many people both within our meeting and with the other sister meeting that don't normally interact. And I think the goal was to sort of bring people from different facets of immunology, as well as, computational biology and therapeutics, as well as new techniques like spatial transcriptomics and things, all together at the one place, which I think can start to make people think outside of the box with their own science, and really applying techniques and a broader view of how they see their own work. Yeah, I think we tried to move beyond the receptor signal transduction in cells for innate immunity meetings, and really try to get at where do we understand innate immunity at the tissue level, and then in the whole organism level. And really, we put a session specifically around therapeutics of how can we leverage innate immunity. Well, you've seen with mRNA vaccines how to avoid innate immunity with certain drug platforms for their benefit. And then conversely, how do you leverage innate immunity for therapeutic benefit? Yeah, I think like much of immunology, but really it's been the technical drive to enable us to understand things in a much more 3D way, right? I think spatial transcriptomics features fairly prominently. We have a lot of, obviously single cell RNA-seq, trying to understand those individual cell responses, innate immune responses, and sort of putting that all together in the context of the larger tissue. So I think that's a theme throughout. We have a lot of RNA, DNA sensing talks and new advances in that space. And we have a devoted section to therapeutics, which I hope people will find really exciting and valuable as you take that basic science, and then how do drug companies and biotech companies think about translating that basic science into a drug modality for patients. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, right? Because I look back at my own career, and it was always, for me, the Keystone meetings was where I had the chance to really, introduce myself or interact with people that were much more senior than me. I guess now I'm more in the senior stage of my career. I hope that the more junior people feel the same. I think Keystone gives you that opportunity. They're not too big. It's not too daunting. There's plenty of free time to be able to just casually interact, and really give those junior people the opportunity to ask questions, whether it be about the science, but actually more specifically about careers and how do you think about your own career. And I did a lot of that in the past, of talking to people and understanding their career progression. And I think Keystone provides an enormous opportunity for that. So I hope the attendees feel the same as they come to this one. Yeah, I think obviously the junior scientists, it's going to be a fantastic opportunity to see the sort of top-notch level of science and really what's at the front of this field of innate immunity. But I think I would say it also gives people an opportunity outside of immunology. I mean, we know that innate immunity and immunology really infiltrates every disease in the human body, not just autoimmunity and inflammation. Every neurological disease, cardiovascular disease, everything at some point is driven by innate immune cells and the immune system. And so I would say these types of meetings give people outside of the immunology field a chance to really come to these meetings and really get a solid grasp of what is at the forefront of innate immunity. There's still time to register for the meeting in April, and we look forward to seeing all of you in Banff April 9 to April 12 to learn a lot about innate immunity.